anger management, custom helicopters, a 20,000-litre aquarium. Golden iPods are some of the crazy and weirdest things Premier League players own. There are no limits to what you can do or buy as a Premier League player. Yeah, you heard right. Stay tuned and we'll uncover everything. Wayne Rooney. Whenever Man United played a few years ago, it wasn't easy not to hear the name Wayne Rooney. When he retired from professional football, Rooney disappeared from the limelight until he bought a gift for himself and his wife. But unfortunately, Tom Way, the horse, broke Rooney's nose. And what he did next made him open our list today. Rooney decided to hire a therapist to help him control his anger. Sergio Aguero. What happens when you have money and you're under the influence? Well, Aguero might be a perfect answer to that question, that he made one of the worst financial decisions ever. During this time, Aguero had recently signed a $40 million deal with Man City. With that kind of money and liquor, Aguero made a decision that he quite regretted after. He bought a Lamborghini that he claimed to have only driven for 1,200 kilometers in 5 years. Yet the car cost him over $1 million. Wouldn't say it's the worst purchase one can make, but it's not the best either. Speaking of expensive cars, Mario Balotelli. You might remember one thing about Mario Balotelli, the former Man City striker. For a player as wild as Mario, a $31 million contract with Man City was too much money in his bank account. As a result, he had to cash out. Mario used the money to buy a $250,000 Bentley Continental GT and a $180,000 Maserati. The issue with the car's outrageous price wasn't the cars themselves. He used them in this manner. Initially, Mario was a law-abiding individual who drove within the posted limits and parked in designated areas. However, his millions of dollars eventually turned him into a monster. Instead of showing respect when he arrived at restaurants in his Bentley or Maserati, Balotelli would drive up and park anywhere. Mario had been accused of failing to learn from the fact that his fines totaled $500,000. So we kept doing it. His vehicles were seized 27 times as a result. He eventually grew weary of picking up his car after every meal. Mario concluded that the car was the issue, so he gave it to his teammate. Apart from cars, Super Mario has bought something even weirder than his extra pricey cars. Mario Balotelli brought a pig that he kept as a pet. Unfortunately, during his time to transfer, Mario Balotelli could not bring the pig to England since he was not authorised to do so. If you thought the former Man City striker Balotelli owned stupidly expensive things, well, you're not going to believe what the current striker Erling Haaland did for his Borussia Dortmund teammates before leaving for Man City. Erling Haaland. As he prepared to join Man City, Erling Haaland reportedly gave lavish farewell presents to his Borussia Dortmund teammates and coaching staff. After his final training session for the club, Haaland reportedly gave 33 teammates at Borussia Dortmund expensive engraved custom Rolex watches. Given that each watch is estimated to cost around £12,385, he has spent more than £408,000 on his teammates. Additionally, 20 employees in the back room received Omega watches. He reportedly spent an additional £4,128 on each watch, for a total expenditure of £82,500 on the non-playing staff. Haaland signed a massive 5-year, £385,000 per week deal to join Pep Guardiola's team in the Premier League. Haaland became one of the most lethal strikers in the world of football after moving to Dortmund from RB Salzburg in January 2020. He continued to show that he is one of the most lethal strikers as he joined the Premier League, setting record after record alongside his teammates in Manchester City. Let's now go back in time and see one of the biggest English players, David Beckham. Please subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss our next video. David Beckham. David Beckham is a football legend and a style icon. But did you know he has some crazy possessions? From a custom helicopter and motorcycle to a gold Apple iPod, this guy knows how to live life to the fullest. To start things off, let's talk about Beckham's love for motorcycles. He's got a collection of some of the most luxurious and high-end motorcycles you can imagine. But the craziest one has got to be the £500,000 custom-made motorbike he rides around town. But if you think that's crazy, wait till you hear about his helicopter. That's right, David Beckham owns a helicopter with his very own logo on it. He can travel in style and get to his destinations in no time. He once asked his Manchester United coach, Sir Alex Ferguson, if he could fly and land his helicopter to train, but got a hard no. Makes sense, but at least he's got a good imagination. But wait, there's more. Beckham is also the proud owner of a solid gold iPod Touch. Remember those? Before, you could have thousands of songs on your phone. He got it as a gift from his teammates after surpassing his 100th game with the English national team. Some really crazy items, but the next one has to be one of the most unique ones. Thierry Henry. Pricey possessions not only come with a pride of owning them, but with other consequences, such as attention from all sorts of people who aren't so happy with what you own. The former Arsenal star had a difficult time with something he had no control of: his neighbours. Being a star and obviously having money, Thierry felt that the house he was living in was not perfect fit for a star like him, so he decided to take it to the next level and build a mega mansion for himself. His neighbours, however, did not like the idea, and instead they vowed to ban him from the region if he did so. However, instead of buying or building a new place, Henry decided to make the best home for any fish to ever exist. He built a 40 feet by 15 feet long by 3 feet wide fish tank in his house. The tank holds more than 5,000 gallons of water and can hold more than 300 fish at once. Now, we cannot talk about buying and owning crazy items without mentioning Ronaldo. Ronaldo is regarded as one of the best players in the world, not only for pushing the physical limits of his body, but also for pushing the technical limits in his favour. The former Manchester United striker ended up purchasing an item that no player has ever owned or worn. In fact, it was only made for him specifically. Here's even more. Ronaldo has been known for his love of custom watches. And for this one, he went overboard and to the extreme. He wasn't shy to spend more than $2.5 million on a single watch. Again, if you thought that was the weirdest thing that he owns, here's another watch for that matter. Ronaldo loves supercars, and in fact, he has not one but 3 Bugattis. To express his love for his cars and watches, Ronaldo paid millions to wear a wristband inspired by one of his cars. To make it even weirder, the watch is one of one edition, and it resembles to the last detail of his Bugatti Chiron's engine. The watch is completely covered in titanium and it has his name engraved on it. Fighting your own teammate in the middle of the match or getting a career-ending injury because of an argument is just some of the crazy incidents between Premier League players. So make sure to watch the next video to find out how this could happen.